Yeah, I'ma get it, that's how I boss. She waiting on me, I'm waiting for call. They speak on me, they say I'm a boss. I am a king, I buy better law. That roll blew up on the fringe. I punch the heathen in the jaw. I love my fuck, I love my wall. About my brother, I go to
somebody gets shot right 5 and 7.
You know about the laws that we're supposed to be keeping, right? You know about the fringes? Huh? You know how you're supposed to wear fringes?
Yeah, like clothing?
Yeah, you got that? You got fringes? I ain't saying you.
Not right now, bro.
Okay. You got some though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, you got
14-7.
All right, yeah.
I got
All right.
3 too.
You got some too? All right, read this dietary law. Let me open it up right quick. Shalom, Israel, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shawai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Right, and we just got the brother come. What's your name, brother?
Delonte, brother.
Delonte? All right, yeah, we got the brother Delonte, man. He said he know a little bit about, what we teaching, about the Israelites or whatever. But
Let's bring this up.
You bring it out first?
Yeah.
All right, come on. We're gonna bring out some laws for the brother for the camera edification as well as for the brother.
You see right there, bro?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Gatorade?
Yeah, so bring it up.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7.
Bring it out.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Right, so the Sirach said, make no tarry to turn to the Lord. You know what that means, right? That means, once you find, once you figure out what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to get to it immediately. Now, we know it's going to be, we ain't saying that you're going to, how long you been knowing about this truth, matter of fact?
About 6 or 7 years, brother.
Yeah, see, you've been knowing about it longer than me, so you're supposed to be on this side by now, you know what I'm saying, just keeping it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying, because we love you, brother, we want you to be saved, but the only way that we can do that is if we got to keep the commandments. I'm not saying that you don't, but we just bring it out, you know what I'm saying, some of the stuff that you could be doing, if you didn't know, right, we're going to bring it out so you know what you're supposed to be doing, and the thing that you do know, you're supposed to be doing it, right? So, that's it on that?
I got one more.
All right.
And in the security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
And people say stuff like, God, He forgive me for my sins or whatever, right? And the Most High, He will forgive you, but only if you got a broken and contrite heart for the things that you're doing wrong, right? Like if you know you going off, like damn, it's Shabbat today, I'm gonna go ahead and buy something anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and sell anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Most High ain't gonna forgive you for that because you know better. So the things that you know you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to enact that immediately. That's why you're supposed to turn to the Lord with haste, like you said. And then because you don't want that sudden destruction to come upon you. You don't want to be like damn trouble, right? Laid up in the bed with a woman. And he thinking it's all good.
Maria was cool, man.
Huh?
He was cool.
I ain't saying he was cool or he wasn't. But what I'm saying is that's how sudden destruction come upon you. Nobody's thinking that they're gonna die. Like we could die right now. Somebody could roll out here and they gun us all down.
She should be
right?
thinking she ain't down.
Right. You know
They
what I'm
both
saying?
must be dead.
Cause you're right. Cause what was she had a man, right? So she wasn't supposed to be up there, especially that fast with another man. So she put that man in danger by doing it, right? So, but the point I'm making is that's how quick, and everybody knows how quick something can happen to you. So you want to be keeping the commandments to the best of your ability. As soon as you find out what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I did. Like once I figured it out, like you know what I'm saying, I ain't saying I was doing every single thing, but my mind was towards keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, like I was, you know what I'm saying? So you guys confirm.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 2.
Bring it out.
By this we know that we love the children of God, and when we love God and keep His commandments. So by loving God, you got to keep His commandments.
You can't say you love God if you don't keep the commandments.
Right, so people like Christians, they say they love Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh and Yahweh Shawai, they say they love him, right, but then they don't really love him because they don't do nothing that he say. They do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying, and they don't care nothing about breaking the commandments either. They just say, oh, well, Jesus died for my sins, and where they learn that from? They learned that from the so-called white man in slavery, and they taught us that our people, because they want us to be destroyed. They don't love our people. That's why they taught them, you ain't got to keep the law no more. The law's done away with, right? That's what they teach in the Christian church even to this day. And that's the doctrine of damn white Jesus, right? That's what comes with that white Jesus. People are saying, I don't believe in white Jesus, not knowing, obviously they don't know because they say they don't believe in white Jesus, but they believe in the doctrine of white Jesus, which is forgive everything, forgive everybody, you know what I'm saying, and don't have no order and structure to your life. You can just say that you believe in Jesus Christ or whatever, right? But you don't do nothing that so-called Jesus Christ told you to do because you say I don't have to do that no more, right? Which is off, right? Because you bring sin upon yourself by continually doing things that you know the Most High told you not to do. Even something small as having a beard in your face. Something small as not eating pork. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or whatever. Anything that's against the Levitical laws. You know what I'm saying? That no matter how small we may think it is, it's obviously not small because the Most High Yahweh told us to do that, right? So that.
Brother, I hate to cut you short.
Oh,
man.
okay, you
I'm
got
trying to eat before Shabbat, brother. So.
Hey, I hear you, bro. I hear you.
All right, y'all stay up.
Shalom.
Radio Fringes King.
Yeah, get your fringes on, brother. Shalom, brother. You got a little time for the Most High? Got a couple minutes? All right. You know about the Israelites, brother? What's your father? Is he a so-called Negro or a so-called black man?
Spiritual.
You said what?
Spiritual.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We
Y'all
spiritual
believe
too.
in God, right?
Yeah. We spiritual too, right? But we got to go by what the Most High said that an Israelite is. And what we teach is that the Israelites is a race of people. And that's what the Bible teaches as well. The Christian church, they don't teach that it's a race. They teach that it's anybody that believes on Jesus Christ. And if you can believe that if you want to, right? That's the so-called white man, the slave master. That's what they talk. People like to talk about, it's the white man's book. But then they believe everything that they tell them. You know what I'm saying? We're going against the grain with the so-called white man taught us as far as that goes, right? As far as them saying that anybody can be a damn Israelite, which is not true. Because the Bible context, when it's talking about the kingdom of heaven and things like that, when that's for the Israelites, it wouldn't make sense if you just adding everybody into that, right? Because we the ones that, our forefathers was the ones that was enslaved by the so-called white man, right? So the context had to fit the people that is saying is going to get these promises, right? That's really easy the way you can kill a Christian when they go to talking about spiritual Israel and all that type of stuff. You just go to certain scriptures that's very specific, and that way you can kill. That's why you can't just say it's spiritual only, because we're spiritual too. But it's Israelites that's unspiritual. It's a lot of our blood Israelites. They got the chance to get that salvation, right? But they ain't gonna get it if they don't follow the spiritual way, like you said, the spiritual part of it, right? So it just because you're a blood Israelite don't mean you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna make it, right?
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
Yep.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
All right. The Most High, that's the Most High God talking to our people only. He ain't talking to the so-called white man. He ain't talking to the Chinese man, the Arab man. He ain't talking to none of them. He talking to the so-called Negroes, because that's the ones that happened to.
That's right.
Read that first part again. We're going to break it down line by line for the brother.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Right, stop right there. Now the Most High say we're going to discontinue from our heritage. That's why a lot of people you hear them say that we don't have no heritage. What is our heritage? Damn rap music, right? That ain't even been a thing for that long, right? For it to be some kind of a heritage. That's the only reason why we had to take on that type of heritage, because we were destroyed. That's why our people make drill music and all this bullshit music to influence our people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a dumb motherfucker to listen to a damn song and go act out what they're saying. Now that's showing you how destroyed our people are in the mind, though. What I'm saying, it's easy to manipulate us with any little thing. That's what being enslaved for 400 years will do to you. They'll say, "Oh, you wasn't enslaved. This didn't happen to you," not realizing that everything that happened in the past is connected to what's happening right now. That's the very reason that these Edomites have business. All right, that's the reason why these Edomites got businesses in damn Walmarts and all these damn marts and all these giant conglomerate franchise businesses of McDonald's. If it wasn't for our people working for free, all these other nations, they wouldn't get to come over here and make money and then take the money back to their nation, because they done made so much money for the free labor.
That's right.
So just because we wasn't actually physically in slavery, which we can get into that, but we ain't gonna, that's a little deeper. But even though we was, but I'm saying right now they say we wasn't physically there because it happened so long ago. Like I said, not realizing everything that those Edomites did in the past, which is the so-called white man, right? That's what the Edomites are in the Bible. Everything they did in the past is connected to what's going on today, as far as us being destroyed, as well as all the money that they make. Keep going. We gonna get.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So the Most High caused us to serve our enemies, which is the so-called white man.
That's right.
And now that was the first one we served. Who else did we serve? The Chinese man. And we don't necessarily serve them by, like, you know, being in slavery to them, but we serve them because we have to. When we go to their damn businesses, we fund their businesses. Our people is the ones that use our money that we go work from the white man. When we serving the white man, so basically we serving these nations by proxy, by working for the so-called white man. He give us a check, and then they put businesses in our neighborhoods only. We don't got businesses in the Chinese neighborhood. We don't got business in the Arab neighborhood. All these other nations, we don't have our businesses in their neighborhood. They got their businesses in our neighborhood. So we go work for the white man all week. He give us a check. We take our money that we worked for the white man, from the white man, with his face on it, and we take it and buy things from these other nations as well as the white man. And then we get the money right back to them. So really, that's what we serving by proxy. Same with the Ukraine war or whatever. These Edomites, America is fighting Russia through Ukraine by giving them weapons, money. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's a proxy. It's just an underhanded way. It's the same thing, right? So what you got?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. So listen to this, brother. It says, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities."
So that's why you look on Edgewood and what you see. You see our people out here. You see a couple crackers, right? Couple, 1, 2. But for the most part, it's our people in general, right? Ain't no Asians out here. They out here having fun. Walking down Edgewood without a care in the world. They ain't worried about these niggas robbing them or none of that shit, right? Because our people scared of the other nation. They won't do nothing to them, but for their brothers, they'll shoot them. They'll do everything to them, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no fear of attacking each other because why? Nobody gives a damn about it. That's up to us. That's why we are here. You got something?
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom.
Stop right there. We're going to break it down. He said the eyes shall be evil towards his brother. That's one of the curses that the Most High said that would happen to our people, right? That's where you get black on black crime from. Even though other nations do things to each other, but the perception is that we the only ones that kill each other. Black people shoot black people. But it's Asian goops and shit that shoot goops. But that's how you know it's a curse, because even though they doing the same thing, the eye's still on you. You the one that's doing it. Baby mama drama. Get that. The next part of it.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother,
Black on black crime.
and toward the wife of his bosom,
Baby mama, he got evil eye toward the wife of his bosom, leaving the woman.
and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
And we getting better at this now, right? They said they got statistics out saying that the black daddy is in the kids' life now more than they was, but the perception was back in the 80s and the 70s that we leave our kids. We had just have babies with women and we just leave, right? That's why a lot of our people don't have fathers, whether they went to jail or whether they just didn't want to have nothing to do with the baby. That was the perception on our people. Like I said, right? Even though it's other nations, I'm sure, doing the same thing, but the perception is not on them like it's on us. So that's prophecy, Bible prophecy being fulfilled in real life. That's what we do. We take the Bible and we say, look at the things that's in there, and we connect it to real life to who is actually happening to. We don't just say anybody can read the Bible and say this is happening to me. Goop man can't say that. His people is known for leaving the mothers and having an evil eye toward their brother, like in mass. I'm saying, like, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to China, I'm sure they know about black on black crime over there. I'm sure they know about it. You go to anywhere in the world, you're still gonna be a nigga no matter where you go, right? Keep going.
That was it right there.
Oh, that was it on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but yeah, brother, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got somewhere to go, we can keep going. Oh, okay. All praise, brother. All praise.
What street am I on? My truck broke down.
Oh, you said what street you on? Edgewood, brother.
Edgewood.
Yeah, Edgewood Avenue.
Why that church you broke down?
Ebenezer.
It's Ebenezer.
Yeah. That's Auburn Avenue going down there.
Yeah, but you an Israelite, brother. You know what I'm saying? Take one of our flyers and check out our YouTube page. We don't want no money. You know what I'm saying? We don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? We just want you to learn about the truth, about the scripture, bro.
That's right.
Shalom, y'all sisters. Shalom. Yeah, something for y'all. We out here for y'all. We ain't out here for everybody.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, yeah, we're gonna get into the lesson, man. But the lesson, we're gonna go into salvation. All right, that's
The book of Zechariah, chapter 10, verse 6. And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to the place them. For I have mercy upon them. They shall be as though I had not cast them off, for I am the Lord.
So this is the Lord Yahweh speaking, man. He said, go back to it. He said he gonna do what to Judah and Joseph?
I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph.
So he said he gonna strengthen the house of Judah because the house of Judah was still established somewhat. It's, you know what I'm saying? The Jews. That's who the house of Judah is, which is Judah, Benjamin, and some of Levi. They was established to a certain degree. So the Most High said he's gonna strengthen the house of Judah, right? And he's gonna save the house of Joseph, which was the ones that was scattered, right? For the most part, they was scattered to the four corners. Right, he's gonna save them, bring them from where they were scattered to, and bring them back into one with the house of Judah. That's how you know right there. That's how that was saying about salvation. It's had to be in context. You can't just go to the New Testament and start saying this for everybody when the Most High is making specifics about Judah and Joseph, which is Judah the southern kingdom, and Joseph is the northern kingdom. Right? Yeah.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
That's what I wanted, right? Isaac shall thy seed be called. So if it was for everybody, the Most High don't change, it should have been for everybody right there. What would be the point of the Most High blocking them right there and saying, no, I ain't establishing my covenant with you, Ishmael. I'm establishing it with Isaac. What would be the point of him doing that just to change it around and make it for everybody, bro? It wouldn't be no point in doing it because the Most High don't change. He already knew from the beginning what the end was going to be. So when he set stuff up, when we read certain things, it's for us to get our understanding or as far as reading it, but the Most High already knew, okay, I'm choosing Israel and the covenant is going to be with them. So the kingdom of heaven is for us, for the nation of Israel, nobody else. And the other nations that get in the kingdom, they ain't gonna be on some equal level with us. That's the main thing that people gotta get their minds around. That it's not gonna be no all equality in the kingdom of heaven. You're still gonna have hierarchy just like you do in any type of kingdom. When you got a kingdom, you got a ruler, and then you got underlings. You got different levels in a kingdom, right? So you have to understand about this context, bro. And the ones that's gonna be rulers in our kingdom is gonna be Yahweh, Yahushua, Salakia, and then our people, the Israelites, the 144,000, and then the rest of the Israelites. It's gonna be an order in the kingdom.
That's right.
And we don't know. We know some things based on what the scriptures tell us about what we're gonna be able to do to them. But we can't even imagine or even fathom exactly what the Most High is gonna have us doing to the heathens, or what they gonna have. What he gonna have them doing for us. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We can't even imagine it with our little small human brains. But we know it's gonna be a hierarchy, meaning we're gonna have advantages to being Israelite. That's just what it is. But when you teaching God loves everybody and the kingdom's for everybody, you can't teach that part of it. You gotta teach that it's gonna be equality. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's never been equality in no time in history, you can make the argument that, oh, this is God's kingdom. But the Most High set the kingdom up for Israel. He chose Israel. We didn't make this up, bro. We didn't tell the Most High to choose us. We just got chosen, and that's just what it is. Right? So he the one that made the separation between Israel and the rest of the nations, not us. So you had a problem with that, you got to take it up with the Most High. That's it on that? All right, give me Luke 1 and 67, and you give me Luke 1 and 50. You gonna get whoever get there first. So like I said, we just going to scriptures, man, that's just showing that how salvation for Israel. I can unload the clip and just go all day. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of scriptures that I can go to prove that, right? But like I said, I'm going to Old Testament, New Testament. I'm just gonna keep going.
It's the book of St. Luke, chapter 1, verse 67. And his father Zacharias was filled with the Holy Ghost and prophesied, saying, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
See, it redeemed, bro. The Israelites had to be redeemed, right? Because we got our damn seat taken, right? So he revisited and redeemed our people, right? Keep going.
God. And hath raised up an horn of salvation, Salakia, for us in the house of his servant David.
Nah, he raised up a horn of salvation for everyone.
For us in the house of his servant David.
And then, like, even if you try to make the point of what, the heathen, they're gonna be a part of Israel, but they're not gonna be damn over another Israelite that's a blood Israelite. If a bloodline Israelite like Isaac or Isaiah or Daniel or whoever you want to go to is righteous, they're gonna get benefits over a heathen at the end of the day in the kingdom. And that's just what it is. And we could go to the slave scripture, but we ain't gonna really go into that another time. But that's the ultimate damn hierarchy in the kingdom. It's gonna be slavery, bro. In the kingdom, it's gonna be Israelites having heathens for inheritance. If I inherit something from my father, that's my own. I can do what I want to do with it, based on what the Most High tell us that we can do, right? It means that we can do whatever, but based on the laws that's set up, we can do whatever we want to do within the parameters of that, because it's our property. Just like we was the so-called white man property. It's not far-fetched to believe that we don't have slaves, bro. Especially for the fact that we got put in slavery and nobody got no damn revenge for it. Based off of that alone, if we never went into slavery, we couldn't make these claims. We couldn't probably even come out here and say this stuff, because it wouldn't be we wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Because they like, what are y'all talking about? I seen one video. This brother was trying to say, what if black people never went into slavery? Well, we wouldn't have to come out here because we have what we need. We wouldn't have had no 400 years of damn slavery to hold us back. Right? We wouldn't be destroyed to the degree that we are. So we wouldn't have to come out here and say none of this. But the fact that it happened in the world that Yahweh created, that's the reason why we can come out here and proclaim this, man.
This verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the land of all that hate us.
See, saved from our enemy. These is possessor pronouns. Our enemies from them that hate us. Right? This ain't, you can't include the white man in that, no matter how many damn try to fit him in there, man. He ain't getting included in that. Because the white man got enemies, yeah, but his enemies is us. And we the ones that was in slavery. So how the hell you gonna say, well, the good white people that believe in Jesus, they gonna be in that too? What the hell are you talking about? They got to get the same judgment, just like Isaiah got the same judgment his people did. It's going to be, they probably won't be, you know what I'm saying, probably the so-called good white people, them the ones that going to be in slavery. The wicked white people going to be destroyed.
That's right.
So it don't even matter what these Christians come out here and keep on teaching all this garbage to our people, man. They go into slavery, the good white people is good. That's the lucky ones, the ones that's going to be put in slavery, man. Right? The so-called good ones. So that's it on it.
This verse 72. To perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father.
Wait a minute, you hear these words that's being used? Oath, swear, covenant, like that's our father. That's important, bro. You can't just gloss over that stuff, bro, and say that it's for everyone. It's Gentiles now too. Those Gentiles is those Israelites that was scattered that didn't have a damn chance in hell of being part of the Old Testament because they didn't know nothing about it. They was damn growing up in Greece and Rome, not damn having a clue about or that they was even Israelites probably. They think, oh, well, I wasn't born in the land, so I'm automatically disqualified. So or didn't even want to be a part of it for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is just giving them an opportunity to be brought back. That's all it is. That you can't include a damn Chinese man in that don't apply to him. Most High didn't make no oath to the damn group, to Moab and Ammon. He didn't make no oath to their fathers. He made oath to the Israelite fathers, and that's it. Okay? So you Christians, man, y'all gotta get up off this this damn universal stuff just so you can make money off of it.
That he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life.
Bro, you see that our covenant, bro? Right? And we can go to plenty of other scriptures that's saying the same thing, bro. It just is what it is, man. Even if, I'm an objective type of dude, bro. That's why I believe this truth is so powerful, because I'm an objective dude. I'm not gonna just go with something just because it benefits me. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? That's the type of man that I am. That's the type of spirit that the Most High gave me. I'm not gonna, just because I like somebody, or I'm gonna go with him just because I like him, even though he's on bullshit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go with what's true, what's sound, and what's right. And it's right that our people, the Negroes, be compensated for what these so-called white people, these Edomites, have done. And the only compensation that I can see is them going to slavery. I don't want no money. Ain't no damn amount of reparations you can give our people to compensate for all the people that you killed, all the families that you separated, all the lives that you destroyed. I couldn't imagine somebody taking my daughter away from me, bro, right now and selling her off to a damn plantation. I don't never see her again. I'll go crazy. I'll kill everybody on the plantation and get killed in the process, probably. Because I'm just saying, speaking from a fatherly standpoint. So that's the type of thing that happened to our people all the time. They had to damn get used to that. right? They had to get used to somebody taking their children and selling them off, and taking their wife and having sex with her and giving her back to you, and now you got to live with her. Ashamed. You ashamed because you let another man take your wife, and she ashamed because she got taken. They got to pay for that, man. Blood had to be shed for that. Ain't no damn amount of money you can pay to compensate for that. Oh, it was in the past. We don't give a damn, man. We want payback, and that's what the Most High promised our people, that we was gonna get right there in the Bible, in the New Testament, for you Christians. So take the white man and put him in there if you want to, but you just wasting your damn time. You guys do that. I'm gonna read 2 more. All right, what I had to Luke 1:50. All right, I'm gonna read this one and one more. All right.
This is the book of Luke chapter 1 verse 50. And his mercy is on them that, this is fire right here. And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation.
So the mercy is going to be on the Israelites that fear Yahweh. See, he given our people an opportunity by sending his son to die for our sins. That's what the mercy is right there. Because if the Most High wanted to stick to his guns, he could be like, man, I don't give a damn where y'all go in slavery. You ain't coming to Israel when I tell you to keep these laws like to the T. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. He sent Yahweh Shai to be able to compensate for those, like for example, like I've been working out lately, right? And the guy said you're supposed to take 124 grams a day. So like I'm making a correlation between the food. I can take half food and half protein shake. That protein shake is like Yahweh Shai. That's like the filling up of what's missing, like that you can't get to, or the food that I couldn't eat. I can't probably eat 124 grams of food a day, right? So that protein shake is gonna fill that void that I can't get. That's what Yahweh Shai is for our people, those Israelites that were scattered, that didn't know nothing about it. Like he's there so that they can have an opportunity. That's what it's talking about. Not no damn Edomite that's got a high-rise building somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what it's talking about. It's not talking about them. That's why the rich man is easier for the rich man to fit through an eye of a needle than to get the kingdom of heaven. That's the reason, because those rich men built their riches off of our suffering. Right? It's easy to figure out if you just look at it with an objective eye and not. I just so happen to agree with it, right? But it just so happened to benefit me. But like I said, I'm an objective man at the end of the day, and I know that about myself. I'm not gonna go with something just because it benefits me. I don't give a damn about getting the benefit out of it if I'm wrong. That don't make me feel good. I don't want to beat some retarded kid, you know what I'm saying, or some slow person. Like, that don't make me feel good. I want to beat the best. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. So the objective man in me is with this because I know it's the right thing, man. This is what's right. I can die happily believing in this, bro. I wouldn't die happily believing in, I can damn be a faggot and be whatever I want to be in Christianity and get away with it, even though I know it's wrong, because Jesus died for my sin. That's a wicked ass mindset, bro. That's wicked as hell. Instead of saying, all right, I'm gonna do what's right. What's right? I know it ain't right to damn eat pork, not for this. I mean, first of all, because the Most High said so. But second of all, because it's bad for your health. Right? That's just a simple thing. Right? Motherfuckers shouldn't want to be a damn homo, right? Because you taking rod up your ass from another man, right? That ain't how can you sleep at night, right? Like doing that. Like, forget the fact that it's in the law. Just a man, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the spirit that the Most High gave some of these people. I get that part. That's the spiritual aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking on just an earthly aspect. Men shouldn't be able to sleep at night. You doing it, right? So that's it. All right, give me this last one.
It's the book of Acts chapter 1 verse 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Yahweh, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
What? The kingdom to who?
To Israel.
So the kingdom is for Israel. You Christians. Fake Christians, because y'all ain't the real Christians. We the real Christians.
That's
but
right.
I'm just using that because y'all gave Christian a bad name. Y'all Christianity. That's Nicolation. Right, Nicolation. That's what y'all.
That's right. Verse 7, and he said unto them, it is not for you, red letter, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power.
No, hold on. Christ said it is not. Listen to what he said. He said it is not for you to know the time. So he didn't say rebuke them and say, what are y'all talking about? I died for everyone. Anybody can be a part of Israel. He didn't say that. He said it's not for you to know the time and the place.
Or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power.
Right.
But ye shall receive power After that, the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth.
And the reason why we're going to be witnesses in those places is because that's where we were scattered, to the four corners of the earth.
That's
it's
right.
simple. If you just put the pieces, the puzzle piece together, but everybody can't put those puzzle pieces together. I understand that, but that we still going to come out here and we still going to stand on our square and we still going to teach this truth, no matter what somebody say about it. If you got something to say about it, you know, you come up and deal with it. We ain't trying to fight nobody. We don't want to hurt nobody. But we just gonna teach the truth at the end of the day, and that's gonna be that. And whatever happened after that it is what it is. All right. But I'm gonna end it off on that. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shawah, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Say Shalom.
Shalom.